What up? We're just getting started. While I'm waiting for people to come on, I wanted to tell you guys, I'm fabulous. I'm feeling great. Better than, gosh, I feel like I'm 20 again. Hi, Camille. So while we're waiting for people to jump on, my name is Marissa LaRock-Carrig. I'm an independent paparazzi consultant. My consultant ID is 95712. Happy New Year. We're getting really close to bringing in the new year, so if you guys are spending some time with me, I appreciate it. We are about to find out if there's a great incentive to join Paparazzi at about midnight Eastern time. We should get an email. And so I wanted to help some people out. I know even if you weren't considering signing with me, I think you guys should know what you're getting into. So I welcome you guys to ask me any questions that you might have. If you want to share this video, we are giving one of the Z pieces away that is named after me, right? So this is the Marissa. We'll be giving one of these away if you want to go ahead and spread the love. Hi, Carol. How are you? Hi, Denise. Then this may help other people in consideration because, you know, people usually jump in. It's the first of the year. I know a lot of people are ready to start a new beginning and go after a new dream. And paparazzi is definitely a dream. So just to let you guys know, the last 2 years I've been in the top 5 in sales within the company. I do have that Z necklace, which was designed and named after me, which is a really hard competition. I'm also an elite consultant, which means that hey, Tony, how are you? Hey, Michelle, what up, JT? I'm also an elite consultant, which less than 1% of the company is actually considered an elite consultant. That's based off of my team. So I have a good understanding of how this works and what to do. And so I wanted to explain things to you and how paparazzi works a little bit. And then if you guys are thinking about actually joining, that you have the questions, that you're armed with the knowledge to ask the person that you're thinking about signing with. I have a few appointments tomorrow and the next day answering questions. And I'd be happy to, even if you're not considering joining with me. I always like people to join. Thank you so much, you guys. I always like people to join that are right for this. You know, I don't want you to waste time and money over something that isn't right for you, right? Because that does nobody any good. I am fabulous. Michael, not so great. That's why I haven't been live for so long. This is not a sales live for those of you guys just jumping on. My sales live will be Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm probably going to be doing one live a week on selling actual jewelry, and then the rest of my time will be training. So if you guys are already consultants, Michael will put the text alerts in the comments right now. You guys are welcome to sign up for my text alerts, and you'll get notified when I'm live doing training. And this is specifically about joining paparazzi, right? I love Jennifer. She's my bestie, man. One of my besties. So, as we're going to get started, I wanted to tell you guys that I joined Paparazzi September of 2017 was when I received my kit. It was actually the end of August that I joined. So when I joined Paparazzi, I had expectations of turning this into a business, and I did make and purchase the large kit, okay? And the reason being was that I'm a big go big or go home person, but I made the right decision because having variety is the best way that, oh yeah, he wasn't, or still isn't. He's okay, like he's alive, he's got a pulse, but he's been very ill. He just kind of chuckled at me. So I wanted to talk about this. And I want you guys to have a good understanding. And the reason why we do this is because of this. Number one, if you join Paparazzi, you only have 72 hours to change your mind about the consultant you signed up under. You're not allowed to change after that. I know that we're fickle people, and sometimes we realize that we made a mistake afterhand. We also realize that people tend to promise us things. I'm a very suspicious person. I think a lot of us women are. They promise us things and then they don't deliver on those things. So I want you guys to be fully apprised of what you're getting into. And sometimes there is questions that you can ask that are going to help you figure that out, right? Because if you were actually purchasing a house, you wouldn't go ahead and purchase that house without seeing it. And you wouldn't purchase that house without having a home inspection. You know, these are things you're investing into a business. If you want to be successful, if you want to sell this jewelry, if you want to make this a full-time thing, the income is there, and I want you guys to know that. You know, it happens. Let me grab a thing of water because I tend to talk a lot, you guys. If I go too fast, you guys are allowed to ask questions. I'm happy to field those along the way. If you have questions about Paparazzi, if there's anybody that's thinking about joining, even if it's not under me, please go ahead and say, yeah, I have somebody I'm joining under. Or if you're a consultant, go ahead and feel right that you're a consultant and when you started. So that way it kind of helps me whether you're a consultant or not when I'm answering questions. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is I have a video on YouTube, and it's, the 5 things you should ask before you join Paparazzi. And I've added a little bit to that, and there's things that I want to tell you that they should be asking you, right? And I think people ask me that all the time. If you're already signed up, you can't switch, not after 72 hours. And so this helps you too, because if you sign up and within 72 hours, you figure out that this person promised you a whole lot that you're not going to get, then you should jump ship right away as soon as possible. Get into the right place, the right fit for you. Hi, Linda. Hey, Luce. Hey, Laura. No, you cannot change who you've signed up under after you've been in it for a year. I've heard that rumor as well. You can definitely go to the Paparazzi policies and procedures in the back office. If you go under resources and you can look into their book, you cannot change. You have 72 hours. And I want you guys to know that it's important to find the right person, because I could definitely do what I had done. When I first started, I didn't know who the person I signed under, who their upline was. And she was fresh into this too, so she couldn't really help me. And it was by chance that I found out who my upline was, and it was so great that she was a fabulous upline. And had I not had her direction, yes, I could have still made it and achieved the goals. It just would have taken me a lot longer. We are a society. Hello. So we are a society that tends to give up on things quick. We expect instant gratification. And so you want to have that streamlined path to get you there. And that's really important, that you're asking the right questions, okay? So a lot of people decide to join under loyalty, right? Like, oh, well, she's my sister-in-law, and she'd get really upset if I didn't join under her. Or I've been shopping with her for so long, and I do love her, and, so you can't make a decision based off of emotion. That's the first thing. You have to make a decision based off of, business sense, right? You don't want to start a business by not having, a business mind about it, because if that's what this is, if it's a hobby, sure, sign up under your sister-in-law. That's fine. Hello, Deb. Hello, everybody. Welcome. So I always say that you should ask 5 questions before you sign up. I say the first question is, how long have you sold Paparazzi, and what are your accomplishments? So if they haven't been selling a long time, that doesn't mean that it's a terrible person to sign up under, but you want to make sure that they have made some accomplishments, like, they're a life of the party member, or that they've been able to sign up some people and give them instruction, or that they have X amount of viewers, they've sold so many pieces. Hello and Happy New Year's, everybody. We don't know what they are until actually at midnight. So if anybody wants to know at midnight, I can send out messages through my business page. Just go say, please send me the perks or the information, and I'll write down your name and make sure that we are doing that. No. That's exactly why I'm doing these on my business page. Tony, you're more than welcome. I'm going to be doing training all through the month. If you guys are already consultants, you're welcome to sit and learn and then ask questions. Oh, well, I love Natasha. Good choice. You get me and Natasha because she's underneath, right? Hello, Lorraine. So I want you guys to know that when you start off, that you need to ask questions. Don't just assume that this is going to work and this is going to be great. You need to have the base information to know what you're getting, right? You wouldn't buy a house, like I said, without having an inspection and taking a tour of the house, right? So this is kind of the same thing, because you're building and you're making a business. You're investing time, and you're investing money. Hello guys, everybody just jumping on. This isn't a sales live. My first sales live back will be on Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern time every Sunday. We are doing training all throughout on my business page, and that is what we're getting into. And right now we're talking about joining Paparazzi. I know a lot of people that they have that in mind right now, since all of us consultants have been talking about the incentives. Absolutely, Sue. And so I want to go ahead and I want to tell you guys how to do this and make sure that you're getting the right person, because I did already say that you cannot change sponsors unless it's within the first 72 hours of joining, okay? So you should ask how long they have sold. So for me, it's, to the beginning of September of 2017 until now. My accomplishments are that I have been in the top 5 in sales for the 2 years that we have made it to convention. I have a necklace named after me, and I'm also an elite rank, along with winning different vacations and everything else, all these feasible things. Michael, go ahead and post the link to the text alerts so that they can join the text alerts. I also have a YouTube channel. It's Marissa's Bling on a Budget, the same as my website that offers all of my products, marissasblingonabudget.com, okay? So I want to say that you should ask them too. Do they consider this a business or a hobby? If it is a hobby, then they're not devoting the time and effort into this that would actually be able to make you have a business. If they're not using it as a business, they can't give you business tips that are going to save you time and save you money. And be cost effective, right? I can't stress enough that this should be a business. So you should, in that whole line of questioning, you should ask them, well, how many hours do you devote to this a week? So I definitely eat, sleep, and dream paparazzi. I devote more than 40 hours a week, but that's because I choose to. I do not need to with where my business has productively gone to. Hey, Mel. But you guys, you want somebody who is definitely putting time and effort into this. Sometimes if it were me, I would ask if they sold another product, because hey Minnie, how are you? If they sell another product, they're divided, right? So not only are they running 2 businesses, but how are they going to help you get your business started? That's going to be really difficult for them to do, and to give you one-on-one attention. You definitely want to ask them what their goals are, right? Because if they don't have goals, they're not going anywhere. If you don't have something that you're aspiring to be, if you don't have something that you want to achieve, then you're just sitting stagnant, right? So you should always have somebody that is actually going to achieve something, who is working towards a goal that you have signed up under. If they don't inspire, that's awesome. Thank you, you guys. If you don't have someone who inspires you, it's going to be very hard to follow their direction, right? Because you have to inspire to make people aspire to be something. So that is also very important. So I'm going to tell you that I'm already in, the goals for myself, which both years that I've gone to convention, they've had to create new sales ranks based on myself and a couple other consultants' sales. So, for myself, my goal this year is not so much to concentrate on sales. It is actually to concentrate more so on my team and on training, which is why you're going to see these training videos come up on my business page, okay? That doesn't mean that I don't offer different training. Right now, I'm giving you the meat and potatoes. If they say it's a hobby, I would definitely not sign with them if you're looking to make this into a business, because how are they going to help you when they don't have a business, right? So, because businesses, you have to be cost effective, right? You have to have ways that are going to save you money. You have to have return policies that are defined that are going to make it so that you're not losing money. And that's awesome, Ruthie. So these are definitely things that, awesome, Carol. These are definitely things that you guys want to look at. So in the process of which, and I always choose to talk on the phone to somebody, right? Because I try to feel out the person. I want to see if they, if their goals of this business meets their time. Because if you have a goal to turn this into a full-time business, quit your job type thing, then you are going to want to have the time to be able to build this into it, because we all know that if you have high expectations, but you really don't have the resources to meet that expectation, you're going to get frustrated and you're going to quit doing this, you know? And so the person that is signing you should say, ask you what you're looking to get out of this, okay? They should also ask you what your schedule's like. Do you have children? Do you have a husband? Do you work a regular job? You know, they should know whether you want to make this a business. They should know what your family and home life is to see if it's going to fit into this. The nice thing about this business is you can do it at any time. However, you have to be consistent in order to grow. So you have to be consistent and have one specific day and go live at one specific time, okay? You have to, like, I can't say, oh, I'm going to get the $99 kit and get 35 pieces of jewelry. I'm not reinvested into this. Hey, Billy, how are you? Hello, Lisa, how are you? You should ask them what size kit that they recommend, okay? So I have told my team that when you are talking to other consultants that you should, or, you know, somebody considering to be a consultant, that you should always ask them and suggest the largest kit. And, you know, some people in their mind on my team, they're like, oh, so we get the largest commission. I say, no. This has nothing to do with commission, because, you know, commission, where it really hits home is when the person starts being successful in selling the jewelry, right? This isn't like sign somebody to get a one-time paycheck. This is about getting the ability to have them get residual income and build a business, because that's where the real income is. It's not signing and getting a kit. The real income is when you can help them become successful, okay? So when you guys are gonna sign, always ask them, well, what size kit do you suggest? When you have the smaller kit, and I'll explain this because it's very important to understand it. It's one thing to say, oh, get the big kit. Hello, Kathy, how are you? So it's one thing to say you should get a bigger kit. It's another thing to explain why you should get a bigger kit. So I was just telling you guys how the most important thing that you can come to be successful, hey Tina, is to actually be consistent, right? So if you buy, and that means going live, you know, at least one day a week at the same time, same day. So if you buy a small kit, which is 35 pieces, number one, you should have 50 to 60 pieces to show on a live, okay? 35 pieces is not enough to showcase the variety. And so you want to make sure that you have a nice variety, because the larger that you build your variety, the more people are going to want to shop with you. The easier it is to make sales, and the larger you build your customer base. So if you get the small kit, and let's say you showed all 35 pieces on that live, and we allow 48 hours, you know, usually typically consultants allow 48 hours for payment. So if I did my live video on a Monday, then on Wednesday is when I would be getting my cash in, right? So Paparazzi has 3 days to process an order, and then it takes 3 days for that order to get back to you, right? If you go and you order, let's say Thursday when new releases come out, that jewelry is not going to be to you on Monday. So now you just stopped your business because you can't do your consistency. And you don't want to be gone for 2 weeks and not show jewelry, right? Because the audience that you built is gone now. So you have to have, I always say, the medium or large kit to start. The large kit is always the best value. You are actually paying $250 for jewelry. We typically pay $2.75 as consultants. The large kit also includes a convention ticket, which is the biggest business builder that you could possibly attend. You get exclusive jewelry. If you earn achievements during the calendar year of Paparazzi, which it ends in June 30th, then you go to collect them at convention, or you lose out, right? So it is definitely important that you attend convention. So right now, because convention tickets originally went on sale for $155, it was raised, I believe, to $175 this month. After this month, they go to $195. So if you purchase a big kit starting in January, the convention ticket is $195 value added into it, and is good for 1 full year from the purchase date of your kit. Okay? Hey, Sue. So if a person is recommending to you, you know, grab the small kit, that would be like an eye-opener for me. That I don't want to be considered a number. I want to have the tools to be successful. And I try to give that to people right out of the gate and explain why it is the tools to be successful. That's exactly it. Because if you order a small kit, here's what we tend to do, right? Myself personally, I love bling. I don't wear this crown because it's a shtick or anything like that. I wear it because I love sparkly, blingy, gorgeous, gaudy, some people would say, jewelry. And so what happens is if I buy that small kit and I ran out of my 35 pieces or the best pieces right away, then I would go into the back office and I wouldn't really have an idea of what my customers purchased. So what I would do is I would go buy what I love purchased, gaudy, rhinestone. It's not gaudy to me, but to others. Hello, Christy, how are you? I would go buy items that only attracted to me, which I don't want to attract customers just like me. I want to attract every possible customer out there, okay? So it's important when you ask them what size kit and listen and say why. Why do you suggest that kit, right? So some people may suggest a small kit because it may seem easier to get you to join based off of that, but I want you to make an investment. Hello, Melinda. Hi, Carol. I want you guys to make an investment that is going to be beneficial to you and will help you grow your business further faster, right? Because that's what the name of this game is, if you guys are sitting there. So the other thing that you should ask right out of the get is this: what do you have to offer me? Like, do you do trainings? Okay. How do you train? Do you offer incentives? Do you do challenges? How many people are on your team? So that's it, right? Right. Because what you find ugly may not is somebody else's beautiful. You guys know that. There's things that I sell a ton of, and people say to me, well, I'm worried I'm going to get ugly jewelry in my kit. I'm like, yep, I sell ugly jewelry by the buckets, right? Because what my ugly is not what your ugly is, and that's okay, right? Because we're all different people. I ask them directly, like I just said, though, what is the training that you offer? What's your question, Christy? What is the training that you offer? Okay. And so when they tell you, they're like, oh, well, I do training. So say, okay, what was the last training you did? You guys have to remember, don't just take things at face value. Dig a little deeper off of the surface. Make sure that you're paired with the right person, because it's a game changer. If you join under loyalty, is that person happy? Does it look like they're having fun? Because I am ecstatic about this business. I love it to pieces. I have fun every time I'm live. It's like a slumber party every time I go. I have the thrill of this. Watch what they're doing when they're live. Do they smile? Are they having a good time? Are they engaging? Are they selling jewelry? You want to make sure that this person knows how to sell, because how are they going to help you and give you tips and training on how to sell that jewelry yourself if they aren't really selling the jewelry? If they're selling so many pieces, X amount of pieces per show, yes, I am moving to Florida. I am. We're held up due to Michael's illness. Obviously, I wasn't going live and taking care of things, but yes, I am still going. It's just going to be a minute, right? So you guys should also ask them, exactly. You should also ask them if they promote their team. Have you ever heard them talk about their team? Do they acknowledge team members on their lives? So with my team, I offer weekly training, okay? I also do one-on-one phone calls with my team members. I also offer I'm looking at everybody else's comments. I also offer a text alert system. So we have like a group messenger that everybody can talk and share. We announce when new releases are coming out to each other. I usually will say, okay, this is your hot button ticket for today. Hopefully soon, it'll all depend. So I will contact the person if I were to come to one of the newer consultants' lives, because even if I'm not on it directly, because maybe I'm live doing a training or something, when I go to lay down at night, I watch the people on my team. If it is something that is exclusive to them, then I will contact them and reach out to them personally. If I see something that would definitely help them to build their business, then I want to get in touch with them right away and be like, hey, I think if you just tweaked this here. So the other thing is that I'm just a bluntly honest person, okay? If I see somebody and they're doing their live video and they come and they ask me, hey, I can't figure out why I can't grow, I can't figure out, and I'll say, sorry, but you're presenting jewelry and there's dirt under your fingernails, and that's just really a turnoff. I don't want to beat around the bush, because all that does is waste yours and my time. Okay, time is money in my mind, right? Happy New Year, Happy New Year. We also on our team share each other's videos, and you can go on to my business page right now. I'm sure you will find several of my team members on there that you'll see our hashtags, Team Diamond Dolls, build each other up. A lot of people say, well, what does that, really matter? That matters because when you first start out, you're typically dealing with a small audience, right? So you start out and you have your friends and family, and they're sharing your videos. And so I'm sitting here in Michigan, and if I had just started as a consultant and I had my friends and family and shared my video, most of my family is located within a 30-mile radius of me. How long is it going to take me to get to California? So everybody that is a team player, they share each other's videos, and we have Diamond Dolls almost in every single state. So last year, I did a video on New Year's Eve. We had 4 team members at the time, don't quote me, but right around that amount. And right now we're up to 346 teammates on Team Diamond Dolls as a whole, okay? That's including the girls who have signed other girls, right? So that's not all of my signups. I've signed 101 people. So you guys want to make sure that you are, joining something that is gonna help you build your business. So the thing that throws me off is when somebody tells me that they're my business partner. You're going to be my new business partner. Listen, this is not you're my business partner, because this is the facts, right? It's what you put into this. I can assist you. I can give you direction. I can give you best business practices. It's always your business. Yep, I get it. And so that you have to look at that type of thing. If you go and you sign up for an event by you, right? I usually talk to the consultants on my team who are about to do an event, and I'll give them best practices that I've learned. I have been a consultant since September of 2017. In my first 9 months, I had won a Z collection, which if you guys sprinkle my video, at the end of the video, we are going to be giving out the Z piece that is named after me, which has been retired because it came out in 2018, okay? Hello, Ernestine. I have 4 children. They range from 19 to 11. Almost 20. Couple days. So that's why it's very important that you guys are finding the right person. And if they aren't presenting themselves as a business, meaning they're like, you guys know, have you guys seen it? So I personally, when I get my jewelry, because I was a customer first, like most people are, you don't usually just start a business that you weren't in love with, and you shouldn't. What you guys will notice is that consultants will send things and they're like in a ball when you get them. Have you gotten that? I get them in these like bags. Thank you so much, you guys. I get them in these bags and they're like a knot, and I'm like, right? So somebody should be teaching them business practices, and if they're not doing things that make sense, if you see them doing something, first off, when you buy organza bags, that costs money. That's money out of your pocket. When somebody's throwing a business card in every single envelope that they send out, like you have 30 business cards to somebody, thank you guys. When you guys have somebody that is putting one in every single envelope, that costs money. Everything goes to a bottom line. So yeah, you're starting your own business, but some of us have never run a business before and need those business tips in order to keep us profitable, right? Because you can sell this jewelry to anybody. The other thing is that you should ask them why paparazzi. So why join and why sell paparazzi versus something else? We can all go sell 1 million products. I won't name any of them here. We'll go generalities, right? So we're about to start into the beginning of the new year. When we do that, you know what's going to happen. Weight loss, right? Everybody thinks new me, new year, going to do it. And so I'm going to tell you that now you're talking about a limited product, right? If you sell weight loss, then most people quit after the first month, right? Number 2, it's expensive. Usually the products are so much money, so first off, you need to have somebody who wants to lose weight. Then you need to have somebody that's going to stick with losing weight. And then you got to have somebody that has the money to lose the weight. The nice thing about our product is it's instant gratification, whereas weight loss, it isn't. If you were selling makeup, people only purchase makeup like one time a year, right? So what's with that? Like, you're going to have to get a new customer base all the time, because I only need so many eyeshadow palettes. I can only wear so much makeup before that makeup gets, corroded or gross because it's a year old. They should be able to explain to you what the benefit of our product is, which, one, we hit every market. Makeup, you're selling just to women, right? You're selling to women that are going to buy a product that they can't test unless you're doing it door to door. You're also selling a product that is high priced, right? Because I don't know anybody who sells makeup that it's inexpensive. So these are things that somebody should point out to you. And if you've sold another product, you should tell them that. And you should say, well, what would be different about selling that other product, right? Because they should be able to tell you hands down what the difference is between Paparazzi and whatever you used to sell, and why this would be easier. Because this is a hands down, I never thought I would ever sell a product in my life. I have run law firms, I've been a manager. That's probably why I'm structured with the training, and that I know what to look for when I'm working with my team. So you guys need to ask these questions. Don't just go in blind because you love that person. This is not a love thing, right? You want to obviously click with somebody, but you don't want to just love that person because they're awesome, right? Because we all have awesome friends, but I certainly don't want them running my business, and I certainly wouldn't want them, telling me how to pay my bills, and they're certainly not going to just give me $500 to go buy my kit. So that is why it's important that you guys are asking the right questions to find out exactly who you're signing up under. And I invite you that if you do sign under somebody, that within the first 3 days, start asking them for things, So when people join my team, number one, I join them to our text alert system, right? So it's like the group messaging. I join them to my team, and then I have 2 training videos that step-by-step how to make an invoice, how to ship a package, how to find things in the back office, how to purchase off the website, right? So then these videos are about an hour and a half long, each of them. There's like consultant training part 1, consultant training part 2, and it gives you kind of like best practices. The other thing that I do is I give a suggested supply list, right? So you do not need a ton of money. You do not need to have boards and all of this other stuff to start. You basically need a stand for your phone. You should have Wi-Fi in your house. It is very helpful and cost saving if you have a printer to print your labels, because cutting them all out and trimming everything, I'm telling you, going to the post office, way more expensive. These are things that you should know up front, and I talk about these things in that training video. The other thing I do is I join you to my upline, who is Lisa Abercrombie. She has a YouTube channel, the same thing that I do. So that is also important. Then I have something that is just a brief page document, and it says what you should do. You're excited, you just ordered your kit. Now what, right? Because you're waiting a week for your kit. Don't waste that time when you could already be started getting things done. So these are all benefits of my team, but find out what they do for their team. So I offer my team challenges as well. And when I say challenges, what a challenge is, okay, so if they say that they do this, ask them what the challenge is. Ask them what their last challenge was. If it's to go out and buy jewelry, that's not really a challenge that's helping you, okay? You can buy jewelry all day long. If they're not giving you the tools and helping you to learn how to sell it, then you're just sitting with piles of jewelry, okay? So ask them these things. You guys, don't be scared to do this, because people always say to me, wow, I can't believe how thorough you are. And I'm like, well, I want you to make sure that you're making the right decision. Sometimes I'll even send them to my upline and say, they'll tell me, I've watched you and Lisa on YouTube. And I'll send them to Lisa and I'll say, well, you should ask Lisa some questions too. Make sure that you're making the right choice. I've sent them to consultants that are not my upline, that are other people, because I thought that their personalities melded better, or that they saw the things in the same light. You want to make sure that they're not just schmoozling you, right? Because this isn't a numbers game. To me, it doesn't matter how many people there are. It matters that I am giving them the benefit to get ahead in this business. That's the most important thing. I can sign 300 people, but if all of them don't sell jewelry in 3 months, it does mean no good, right? So when somebody tells me that they're my business partner, that's great. I made a mistake. I scheduled an event. I paid $40 for my booth, and it was an event that was their first year running, and it wasn't well advertised, and 2 people showed up, and I sold no jewelry. If you're my business partner, you're splitting that $40 table loss with me, right? Because that's a business partner. What I promote is a team environment. We're a team. There's no I in team. We work together, we build it up, right? There should be a culture that this person is communicating to you about the business. It's not easy to get off and start talking about these things, right? I understand that you're like, man, that's a lot of questions to ask. But if you want to be successful at this, if you really want to learn how to do this, you have to make sure that you're joining with the right person. If you just have $500 to waste, go buy $500 worth of jewelry. You know, that's not what this is about. So I like to ask specifics, like I said. So when you say, oh yeah, I offer training. Well, when was your last training? What was the training on? Ask them if they talk to you directly on the phone. Ask them if they have videos already established in their team group. Ask them if they're the ones that did the videos. I could have everybody else train my team, but I prefer to do the training myself because I know what works. It's always your business. You always get to choose what you want to do. Thank you so much, you guys. So if you guys missed it, I am the Marissa of the Z Collection, the Marissa, and everybody that sprinkles at the end of the show, Michael will be handing me the drawing. I'm going to draw, and then I will mail this out to you, okay? So you'll have to be registered on my system in order for me to send it to you, which if you just type register and hit enter, it will register you into my comments sold, because that's how I ship my packages out. Thank you so much, you guys. And it's almost New Year's, right? So I'm going to make this quick. Tomorrow, I am going to be doing a live at 4 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to be all about goal setting. These are things that they should be going over with you, right? If this person does not inspire you, meaning they don't have something that you want or want to attain, if they are not excited about this business, if they are not doing this on a regular basis, then you guys need to know. You guys that just hit register, go real quick. Hey, Angie, go real quick to your private messages and hit enter so it actually registers you. So you guys want to ask the right questions. You want to join under the right person. The best thing about this business is you can do this at any time, right? You can, you run a busy schedule. You can definitely do this when your kids go to bed at night. The best thing about this is that I have made enough income to way more than support my family. I do not work a normal job. I do this full time, night and day and night. I watch my team's videos. I listen to what they have to say. I offer challenges that are not go buy a bunch of jewelry, right? That's not a challenge. My challenges are things that are going to enhance your business, okay? My challenges are things that are going to make you learn something in the process of doing something, and you get surprise at the end of it, right? That is what a challenge is. A challenge is, challenges to have you buy pieces of jewelry or based off of how much you're purchasing. Number one, not everybody's has a chance to win that, right? Number two, that challenge is not, well, absolutely. It's always what you want. And that's the thing that you want to gauge from this person. If they are doing challenges based off of you purchasing, then they're not there to build your business. It's to build their own. And that's not something that you want. I have to understand and know, and this is why somebody should ask you why you're joining. Because if I don't understand your vision and I'm trying to project mine onto you or what benefits me, that does neither of us really any good. You can buy all the jewelry in the world, but if you don't have the tools to sell it and you don't have somebody offering you tips and tricks and a skill set, then it's not really going to help, okay? So everybody that clicked register, go click into your private messages and click the message that was sent to you. So it doesn't, it's like a spam protection thing. Definitely measure what their goals are. If their goals are like, well, I'm going to sell like 200 pieces a month, that's not going to build you into a business where you can stay at home. If you guys are talking, like I know Sue Rose was talking, she's going to sign under Natasha and she's on my team. If you guys are talking to some member of my team, do not at all think about signing under me because you're going to get me anyways. I had somebody message me before and say, well, you seem to really know. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm your upline. You get them and me. Find out how they promote their team. If I am an investor in your business. So in Paparazzi, they have, once you have 3 active people, active is purchasing 25 pieces per month. Once you have 3 active people underneath you, you make 10% commission of their purchases. So I am an investor in your business, right? Because it would not be great for me if I was not there to help you and share your videos and give you pointers and give you tips. Are you joining tomorrow, Angie? So anybody that's thinking about joining, please consider the things that I'm saying. And once you join, you have 72 hours to change your mind, okay? So if you join, and number one, if you join and that person doesn't reach out to you right away within 24 hours, probably not somebody who's gonna pay attention. Thanks, Deb. Happy New Year, Cheryl. Probably not somebody who's going to be very attentive and pay attention. If you sit there and ask them, so what should I do while I wait for my kit? And they don't really have an answer, just be like, oh, you'll go live when you get your kit. Probably not something, you guys make a decision not based off of emotion. Make it going into this as this is a business if that's what you're looking to get out of it. Okay? So if anybody has any questions, I'll open up the door right now for that. I think Michael has to cut out my names. And anybody who wants me to message them what the incentive is at midnight when we receive it, I'd be happy to do that. You just have to comment, send me the info. Anybody who would like to speak to me directly over the phone and ask me questions or have concerns, oh, awesome, Ruthie. I am happy to answer your questions or concerns. If you're not sure if this is the right fit for you, I'm a very honest person. I learned one valuable lesson. My husband is terminally ill, and I realized how much time I can't get back, right? You can't waste time. It doesn't come back to you. Yeah, you can make up the money that you invest into this. You can always make more money, but the time is very valuable, and it's important to join with the right person. And like I said, 72 hours. Put them to work when you join. Awesome, Angie. Selling for, it depends on what stage you're at. If you've just joined, okay, 400 pieces a week is pretty extraordinary, all right? So I'm going to talk about goal setting tomorrow, and you can personally tell me when you signed up and how long you've been doing this. I may ask you some questions, and then I will tell you exactly what I think is an attainable goal, okay? Especially with the amount of time that we have left in the year. Oh, Michael has my thing. So, whoop, whoop. Thanks, Mel. You guys have reasonable expectations. You don't want to have too many and not, if you're just starting 400 pieces a week, it's a lot of pieces to be selling. There's consultants that have been doing this a long time that don't sell 400 pieces a week. You have to think about the commission off that. That's over $800 a week. Do I hit the bottom button? So I personally do not. I always recommend to my team that after a certain amount of viewers, because I have a game plan, right? You go through stages and steps. When you hit to 10 to 15 viewers consistently, then you should employ text alerts, okay? You shouldn't be inviting people and doing that, right? So the biggest mistake I see people make is that they're inviting people and then they're sending it to their messenger, and then they've already invited them to the event. Don't harass people. If you're consistent, people expect it. They know when to come find you, and they will come find you. I don't typically invite people. I did when I first started, but I had created an event and invited them to the event. Then they receive a notification an hour before the event, whether they responded or not, and they receive a notification once I am live. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Gabby. So if you guys, like I said, if you guys want to give a reaction to this video, I can invite you to like my business page. You'll receive a notification when I go live. Michael will put the text alerts in there. How the amount to purchase, it's going to depend on how many viewers you're at right now, how long you've been doing it. I always say when you start this, you reinvest everything right back into it, because the faster that you grow your business, the faster that you're going to get other people in there and watching you. If you do not have a variety, like somebody asked you if you have yellow crackle stone, right? And you hold up one piece and you say, here, probably not going to come back and purchase yellow crackle stone from you. You know, they're like, I always tell people, buy a little of everything. So you buy men's jewelry. So somebody comes on your show and says, you know, I don't have men's jewelry, then they're probably not coming back. Or I don't sell kids, or I don't have hair bows. That's tagging people. Now that's different. You should never tag people into your video, okay? Because that actually, so in 2.5 years, I'll tell you that I started out $300,000 in debt when I started this business. My husband, who's terminally ill, lost his position because he couldn't work, and he made over $100,000, and I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. And it's going to depend on how much you put into this. I am down to less than $50,000 worth of debt from $300,000, and I started in September of 2017. I work like a dog though, and I also help other people with their business, and that's why my team has advanced in ranks so quickly. Yep, reinvesting is a must, and it's until you grow your inventory base and until you grow your audience base, right? But you can reinvest and reinvest and reinvest. If somebody's not teaching you the techniques to grow your business, to grow your audience, to grow your sales, you're going to keep reinvesting a lifetime. Happy New Year. Aha. My piano teacher's here, and my friend, Miss Andrea. I'm not sure, because now I just post an event and I work basically off of my text alerts. You should, and the other thing is that if you guys are constantly inviting people off your live video, it makes your video like spam. I want you guys to know that Facebook has changed so many counterparts in the back scenes, right? Those of you guys who are already consultants, you already know that Facebook has made all of these changes. And what those changes have done is make it so that if you are acting like spam, okay, that means like I'm inviting every single person. That's like saying like you are pushing yourself to the forefront, okay? That's not how to do this. You want people to come to you. You don't want to have to push you onto them. I've never like sent, you know, there's nothing more frustrating to me. I'm going to tell you, if you're sending your video to people, at 10 to 15 viewers, Jorge, if you are sending people to your video, you know, that's why I say at a certain amount, that is when you employ text alerts, because it helps ensure that that amount is going to stay. And as your audience is growing, they can add to it. But there's a lot of mistakes that you can make with text alerts. Like people only say it at the beginning of the show, or they don't even mention they have text alerts, right? So you guys want to make sure that if you guys are force feeding your video on somebody, that, you know, understand that Facebook sees this in the background, and it's not saying people are interested in your product. It's saying you're trying to make them interested, which is then making Facebook robots in the background go, These are all things that I have to stay current on. I have to be able to assist my team if they're having problems getting viewers. The other thing I forgot to say that you should ask is this the only way that you sell jewelry? Is on Facebook Live? Is there other ways that you teach, right? Because you can sell on Instagram, you can sell on YouTube, you can sell at home parties. I mean, there's 1,000,001 ways to do this. You're not sure how to post a text alert tab? It's going to depend independently on what your text alert system that you're using. as to how you're going to link your video. You'd have to start your video first, and then you provide a link of your video into that text alert so that when people are going, you're not just saying, hey, I'm live. They're actually receiving the link to click on to get into your video, okay? So Facebook is very protective now about the content. If you notice that friends fall off of your friends list, these are things that should be trained to you guys. This is all stuff that's been communicated to my team. Facebook is very sensitive about relationships. So if you guys notice and you guys are not selling anything, okay, that all of a sudden you're not seeing such and such as post, that's because you haven't interacted with them in a certain amount of time. Okay, so that means in Facebook's mind, that person is not relevant to you. I didn't understand what you were saying. When you said, where do you get the text alerts to link them? You purchased amount of text alerts from a specific company. There's many of them out there. I cannot promote any product on my live. The only thing I sell is Paparazzi, guys. And like I said, if somebody else sells two things, how are they running two businesses? How are they going to make two businesses successful at the same time? If their business was successful, they'd be selling one thing. So the text alerts are a company that you innovate. Hey, Deb, what's going on, girl? Married life treating you well? So the text alerts are something that you go to an independent company to get. You have your customers sign up for those text alerts voluntarily. You don't add them if you have their phone numbers or have talked to them on the phone. You have them sign up voluntarily. Then you go ahead and you would send out a text alert after your video is live, and you would send the link to your live video into the text alerts, okay? Awesome, girl. So those are all things that are important. And like I said, you see the questions that are being asked of me. I want you guys to think about the person that you're signing up under and ask yourself these questions. If this person is not giving you great answers after you've signed, everything might be sunshine and roses. You have 72 hours to change, and remember that, okay? So I'm going to do the drawing if nobody else has any questions. Thank you, Carol. So I'm going to do the drawing, and the drawing is for me, which is this piece here, which is definitely long gone. It is available on my website for purchase. It's a $25 Z collection piece. The person has to be present to win. I'm going to do the drawing right now. If you guys would like me to send you what the incentive is at midnight, please let me know. If you want to speak to me on the phone, we can set up a time and day to do so, because definitely get your questions answered. And if you thought about doing this and you're just not sure, find out. I'm not going to lie to you. If you're not able to communicate and talk like a person, as if you're sitting with your friends, this might not be the thing for you, okay? Unless you have other channels to sell on, which I can help you with that as well and give you different abilities to sell the product. But remember, Facebook and any type of a live video will definitely get your business up there further, faster. Hello, Tammy, how are you? We're just finishing. I will be live tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, and during that live, I'm going to talk about setting attainable goals. Absolutely, Carol. Carol, aren't you already a consultant, you said? You're going to receive the incentives in your email tonight. Absolutely, Debbie. So the thing is that I will be doing a training, and I'll be doing lots of training on my business page. The text alerts link is posted in this video. I have the biggest jewelry collection. I know I have over 10,000 different pieces of paparazzi jewelry. It's available on my website at marissasblingonabudget.com. There is a coupon code for free shipping after $75. It's right on the front business page. So, and I also have a YouTube channel in which I have numbers and numbers of videos, okay? And my upline, Lisa Abercrombie, does also. Absolutely, Stephanie. Aw, thank you, Karen. Okay, so I just dropped one of the names out. So let me get this in here, right? Aw, thanks, Michelle. Michelle Moden, are you here still, girl? I know, but you'll still receive the email because it comes. Michelle, Happy New Year! Congratulations, Michelle. You are getting a Marissa, which is way long gone. Absolutely, Katrina. And so I will send those out. I'm going to tell you guys that January incentives traditionally have been the best incentives of the year because they do it about 3 times that they offer a special sign up. And plus, we're having convention, and those convention tickets are going to go away, and convention is the bomb. Congratulations, Michelle. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Like I said, I have a website, over 10,000 different items. Marissa's BlingOnABudget.com. I have a YouTube channel, Marissa's Bling on a Budget, right? I also can go ahead, if you'd like to set up an appointment to talk to me, then please feel free to message me. We'll chat tonight, and then we can set up a time that you have time. I understand tomorrow's like a holiday, right? But this is a new year. Don't go out there and think to yourself, the biggest thing that I have learned right now is that I always listen to what somebody else told me. I was never going to get that job. My mother told me I could never sell this jewelry, and who was I going to sell it to? I learned that no matter how high I made it into a company and I felt like I made it, I never made it. I was living and building somebody else's dream. This is your turn. This is your opportunity. This is your chance to get what you want. I love my job. I don't consider this a job. And so this is the ability for you guys to get what you want, right? But let's make sure this is the fit for you. Make sure the person you're signing up under is the fit for you. And that's what's very, very important, okay? When you go to convention, you're obviously going to have to purchase or pay for your room. I know that people on my team shared rooms with other teammates, and so that is always a possibility. You're going to have to pay for your food, right? But we also had 2 free concerts. We had Jonas Brothers and Kane Brown, who I was the winner that got to meet him and bring people in, right? Bring a guest with me. You also get a bag of swag, because everywhere you go, Paparazzi treats you like royalty. You know, they have great incentive programs. You should ask the ways that Paparazzi rewards you. They have 4 different ways. They have many different achievements that you can make, and you have many things that you can earn by just selling the jewelry and doing your job. Make sure that that person is either working towards one of those goals if they just started. And I'm not telling you if somebody started not to join under them, but find out who their upline is. Find out if their upline has a YouTube channel. Find out what their upline's last training was. Find out how often their upline goes and gives training. Find out if their upline is just offering you buying challenges, because that isn't a challenge that's going to help you. That's helping your upline. When you have a team, you put your team before you and what would make you money, because you want them to be successful and stick with this. Happy New Year's, everybody, and I will be live on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Michael will post the text alerts again. And you guys, check this out. Is this not gorgeous? I love this jewelry, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. Debbie. Well, at least, you know, like I said, I'll be doing these live videos and training on my business page all through the month. This is not the same training that I give my team. I am much more nuts and bolts of everything, right? So I do live videos, like step by step, showing them what they need to know. Have a great night, you guys. Bye-bye.